Well, John, very new, exciting opportunity for you. Obviously disappointing to be leaving Harriers, but as we said, great new post for you up at Queen's Park Rangers, or down at Queen's Park Rangers, I should say.
Yeah, listen, I've had an unbelievable 2 years here. It's been fantastic. I've loved every minute of it, and really grateful for the opportunity that Colin gave me, and I've loved every minute, and sad to go. But for my development as a coach and a manager, I think it's a great opportunity for me to go and work in the Championship and work with a manager like Steve McLaren.
And because of circumstances, obviously, a career in management was kind of thrust at you a couple of years ago. I know that was bittersweet itself. How do you feel that those couple of years have gone in terms of overall experience for you? Was it as you would have expected, or?
I didn't know what to expect really, and coming in, as I said, I'm very grateful for the way the club supported me, very open-minded how I wanted to play, and left me to it. And I think the way the lads have played football over the last 2 years has been fantastic. And it's as I say, it's been brilliant, and I'm so grateful for the fans and the way everyone's bought into what we wanted to do. And as I say, I'm sad to be leaving, but it's got to happen.
And I know you would have been, obviously we're all disappointed that we weren't able to go further in each of the playoff campaigns, but the fact that we made those playoffs and the FA Cup first round twice, 2 good cup runs in the 2 years, there are a lot of things to be positive about, aren't there? A lot of things you remember well, I would guess.
Yeah, but I'll never forget my time here. As I say, keep saying, it's been a brilliant 2 years, and I think when I came in, I wanted to come in and I think I said I want to entertain the fans, especially at home, which I think we've done, and build a good young footballing team. And over the 2 seasons we've certainly built 2 good teams up. Very fortunate now to keep the second team together, so next year I hope the boys will be up there challenging for promotion.
Difficult one on the spot, of course, but if you had to highlight perhaps a couple of games or a couple of memories or a couple of moments that you perhaps, I wouldn't say as a favourite if you like, but what would be up there for you?
I think probably the first game, my first managing game away at Curzon. We'd had the pre-season, no one really knew what we were going to expect, and that first game, the football we played was breathtaking, and we certainly made everyone sit up and take notice. And I think after being relegated and the 2 or 3 years before that, I don't think the fans and the club had really felt that kind of excitement before, and it was an unbelievable first game, and one I certainly won't forget.
The level itself obviously will have been fairly new to you a couple of years ago, but in terms of how non-league football, and certainly the second tier of non-league football, is regarded now, do you think were you surprised by the quality of football as well? I suppose you look at the non-league game 20 years ago, I guess it's nothing like that now, is it?
Well, I don't know. I wasn't. The level didn't matter to me. As I say, I was very, very grateful to Colin giving me the opportunity, and it was a full-time environment. And I knew that if we could get in and really help the lads, with the coaching and just make them feel wanted, it doesn't matter what level you're at, and they'll produce the goods. And the football that was played, lots of lovely comments from different managers and from press and all that about the way we played, and not really seen at non-league level. But for me, it's all down to the lads. All I do is try and help them. And the way the lads really took on board all the messages and what we wanted to do, was fantastic. So, it's full credit to them, really.
And in terms of for yourself moving forward, it's taken a little while to get everything over the line, but Steve made very clear that he wanted you to go and work with him. He's clearly rates you very highly as a coach. Are you looking forward to forming that working relationship again now? It's a different kind of one to the one you would have had previously.
No, absolutely. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's a chance to work in the Championship. Chance to work with good players, and I'm really excited about the challenge ahead.
And every bit as competitive, no matter what level you're at in football, is it? There's always that fierce competition.
Yeah, of course. I spent my majority of my career in the Championship, so I know how difficult that league is, and it's going to be challenging, and we want to try and play some exciting football, and it's going to be tough, but one that we're going to look forward to doing. But I just want to say, like, the 2 years we've had here, which is most important at the moment, was brilliant, and I really thank the fans, Colin, the staff, all the players, and all the coaching staff as well. It's without everyone being together, we wouldn't have had the success we've had over the 2 years, and I'm very grateful.
And the home form just lastly played a terrific part in that. You would be hopeful certainly that teams coming to Agborough now going forward will know at the very least they're in for a game.
Of course they will, yeah, and you know I'm leaving a very exciting team, you know, and they're going to really push on again next year. So you know, home and away, I think you know the lads have done themselves proud, and you know I came in 2 years ago, and the club were not in a good place really, you know, on the playing side of it, and I think we've certainly raised the profile, and you know it's going to be exciting times going forward, especially with Colin, the way he runs the club, and his plans for the club as well. So you know I can't wait to come back and watch the boys next year and cheer them on.